morning, hello, and welcome to a Fiberific live craft and chat. As you may or may not have noticed, at the time of going live, I had not named this one. I've just realized it was not named. I will fix it later. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was our Christmas crafting. October is nearly over, you guys. I hate to tell you that. I looked at a calendar and was a bit shocked, to be truthful. So welcome to you all in the live craft and chat. Welcome to everybody who has made it live. Welcome to everybody who is going to watch the replay. If you are watching the replay, don't forget to pop in your comments. I do come back and I try to reply, and I know it's not the same as watching it live, but I try to help out as best I can. So in the chat we have Spanachik and Sally Schilling and Jackie Doyle are our mods. They're going to keep everybody in line and link drop and do all the other things. I have changed some things around here again as usual. But the biggest important change is I got some, I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I should probably have looked at that. It's a throat spray for singers to use to see if my voice can make it through 90 minutes. So I'm on water today, so there's no tea in my cup. It is just water, but this isn't a Redbubble cup. If you want to get your own little ninja cup, you can go to Redbubble and get your own. Thank you, Kim, for the merch link. Lots of bags and zipper bags and all sorts of things that you can get. Stickers. See, I love stickers. Stickers are great, so you can get some stickers as well. Christmas, can we skip it like we've skipped everything else this year? I am not ready, from Lindsay. I get it. I really get it. Have you tried Bird and Blend tea, from Talia? I've never heard of Bird and Blend tea. No. So I may have to run off and make some tea at some stage because I didn't even bring it. I like that tote hanging behind me. Oh, thank you, John. You can get your own over at Redbubble if you really want one. The advantage with Redbubble is that they do have printing and fulfillment areas in most most regions of the world. I'm going to say most countries. So you can actually, like, I got I got my new coffee cups, and they had a fulfillment area in Australia that printed the coffee cups. So that was pretty cool. I didn't have to wait too long. And Redbubble does ship worldwide. Absolutely, it does. Yes, so it is applicable to those of you watching from the USA. Knitspin Girl says, do not recommend. What do you not recommend? I need to know. Hey, Gayla, we aren't skipping Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's normally just me and my son anyhow, so we're at normal operation speed, and we normally stay home anyway, so we're good. Gayla, that's awesome. I don't think we should skip Christmas. Like, unless you usually do, I think that if you can, even if you have to do it by yourself, which may sound a bit sad, there are things that you can do to make Christmas fun. Like, you can pop up a little tree and you can stick on like an old Christmas movie. Like, those of you that have been here a while, you guys know I'm a bit of a tragic for a Christmas movie, especially those dumb Christmas rom-coms. Hello, Hallmark, I'm looking at you. Oh, sorry, she doesn't recommend 2020. She gave it a 0 rating. Okay, I get it now. I'm thinking, oh my God, what don't you recommend? So yeah, I love sitting back. Like, and you guys have got to remember that in Australia, it is summer for Christmas. It is hot. It's sweltering. We sit here like slobs just going, oh my God, it's so hot. Everyone's like, oh, let's go to the beach. No. If you were me, I would just become a lobster, like bright red, and lay on the beach and broil, basically. So yeah, not doing that. Look, there's some excellent suggestions coming up in the chat here. Gayla is listening to Christmas music and watching Christmas movies because she loves Christmas. It's awesome. Caitlin's suggesting you can Zoom call Christmas dinner with your family if you need to. Absolutely. You know, one of the things that's really important is to teach people how to use Zoom and Skype or whatever your preferred brand of video chatting is. It's so important. My daughter and my mum have regular video calls, and it has been so good for both of them. And my mum has been basically living in this little country town where there's only a couple of hundred people. They've been pretty safe from COVID, but they are restricted. They can't go out. They can't go and do anything. And so having us be able to call her and video call her has been amazing. Now, my mum's pretty good with the technology. So, you know, that's a cool thing. And I know not everybody's mums are, but it's one of those things you need to get in there and teach them early, then you can do it. Allison says that she's just ordered their Christmas tree. That is awesome, Allison. Sally says, I'm practically at the beach every Christmas. There you go. The Game Widow says that Zooming Christmas is a very real possibility for me. Look, I know that a Zoom Christmas is really it's a second option for a lot of people. And I know that we always wanted to make sure, like, were you guys like me and thinking, okay, COVID hit in sort of February, March, I was expecting everything to be all over Red Rover by like July or August. Like, I wasn't even considering a COVID problem at Christmas. But as crafters, we have to think of Christmas early because our present making regime is not a 5-minute quick make. It is weeks and weeks of work. Has everybody who is watching in the chat started their Christmas crafting yet, if they are doing Christmas crafting? I personally have not. I looked at the calendar and nearly had a heart attack. So I need to pull my finger out and get moving. Lots of people are preferring a smaller Christmas. See, we did a tiny Christmas last year, and now we're regretting not doing the big Christmas last year because we may be forced to do another small Christmas. Kim says it is if you have a cry cut. Just saying, don't have a cry cut. Don't have one. So I'd love one. I'd make cry cut videos. I would. I'd be like, so I'm making a craft bag and cry cutting this thing onto it. Tally says we were planning a big Christmas this year, but that was in January. Yeah, I get it. What's this Christmas crafting you speak of? Yes, Star Wench. You may seem to have not started also, like me. The other thing is, right, especially if you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, you guys have more options for your Christmas crafting because you can make people beanies and mittens and scarves and they can try them on. If we do that and expect people to try them on, they could die of heat stroke. It's that hot here. It's that hot on Christmas Day. Last night I was having a sort of a joke chat with the Fiberific Zoom group that meet up every night. And we were talking about whether this live stream was even going to happen today because we are having a really wicked, like there've been supercell thunderstorms coming through each night. And so I had to double check this morning that I had power and internet out to my shack here. So, that's Christmas for us, is like stinking hot, humid, so humid. Oh, humid. And then hopefully you need that thunderstorm at night just to bring the temperature and the humidity down because otherwise we just go, Yarn Dragon says, I figured it might be over. I have not started either. All of my stuff is currently packed. I might be slightly stressing. Oh, Yarn Dragons, I hope you don't stress too much. Chintamani says, I don't craft for the holidays. Sally says, I never do Christmas crafting. John says, my Christmas shopping is done. I bought myself an Instant Pot. How good are Instant Pots, honestly? They are so good. Spanichick says, Wench can use her scan and cut to cut out all the felt pieces for her ornaments. Oh, yeah. Steph said, hey, y'all, was watching an old Fiberific live and then realized it was Wednesday when I got the notification. That's right, because it's live for me on a Thursday down under in Australia. But for any of you watching from the Northern Hemisphere, it is Wednesday. Absolutely. Spanner Chick says, we are the venue of choice for Christmas now because you have ducted aircon for the win. Absolutely. We have the aircon as well. So, yeah. Game Winner says, everything cooked on the barbecue house doesn't get hot. And if we lose power, we're okay. See, I try to get most of my Christmas cooking, like the actual cooking stuff done and out of the way by Christmas Eve. And then same deal. Open up the house, let it cool down as much as possible, get the ovens off, that sort of thing. Where Leanne says, I've not done Christmas crafting. My family is so large. I did my sister a blanket once. There you go. If you don't get it done for this Christmas, there's always next Christmas. Absolutely. Gamer Widows has been working on these gorgeous little Christmas decorations, and they're just little cute birds, and they just use a couple of grams and knitted. And she sent me the pattern, and I've got to sit down and do it. Well, I think you sent me the link to the pattern. I've got to buy the pattern, but I really want to make some. I'm sitting here knitting a Christmas gift. I'm still knitting a Christmas gift I started ages ago. Look, I've got Christmas things that I started for last Christmas that are still not done, you know. Whoops. Sally says it just gets too hot here. We all just jump in the pool. Absolutely. Oh, Game Widows says it's a free pattern. Thank you, Game Widows. Obviously, I haven't downloaded it yet. Now, if you came over from Instagram, which I'm looking at you guys here, and I don't know if any of you guys are the like staunch, like here every time people. So I don't know if you've come over from Instagram, but I mentioned that I'm going to be working on a new product, and I realized it's not quite like 100% a new product. It's a new color of an existing product. Sorry, was that lies? I realized after I said it, and I was like, oh, is that? Oh no. So I'm going to drop down into the 2 cameras thing. So hopefully when I was doing some, you know, jiggery pokery earlier, that I haven't wrecked the camera settings. I'll soon find out. Let's go. Double camera. Oh yeah, I did. Look at that. Ruined. Bring it back. There we go. I'm going to have to, look, I can just do this. Look at that. All right. So what it is I got a big shipment of my blinglet wires in, and I need to wire them up. But one of the things I need to do is I need to make these new blue ones. Now, I don't know if you can really see them very clearly. I'm going to pick up a couple here. These are going to be called TARDIS. Oh, hello. There we go. And because they're TARDIS blue. Now I've got them in mediums and smalls and an extra small. I've realized I ordered the wrong size of my things, and I've ordered extra small, smalls and mediums, no larges. So these will be available on the website soon. First of all, we have to put on all their beads, and then we have to go through and glue them all. So they're not going to be available for another week or so. So if you want them, let me know. Where are the large ones? There's not, the large ones are not here yet, Jackie. I know you want like super large ones. And this is the first time I've been doing the blinglets with these glasses on. These normally require, oh, that's a bad bead. These normally require my up close glasses, and these are my extended readers. So this will be fun. I may end up bailing and not doing this task. Where are we? The little birdie pattern. Thank you, Jackie, for throwing that. My queen is coming along. Yeah, I was working on it last night. And I am up to, well, I've just finished row 90. I am plodding along at a slow pace, just doing a row here and a row there. Oh, come on, you. Get on there. Silly nails, eh? Like, I'm not used to doing, there's some tasks I'm really not used to doing with fingernails. I've been a nail biter my whole life. And in the last sort of 12 months, no, since Christmas last year, my husband bought me like a thing at my beauty place to get nails on, and then they came off during COVID, so I got used to not having them again, and now they're back on again, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I mean, it just takes practice, right? It takes practice. Have started doing a few fancy hankies for my work ladies, but family is not craft interested. Fair enough, Christina. Don't waste your effort. If they're not craft worthy, then don't craft for them. John says, I'm only here because my usual lady has food poisoning. John, you've started coming more regularly, and your usual lady doesn't Zoom on today. We actually planned it. We had not Zoomed. We had a discussion when Stephanie decided to start doing lives. She didn't want to do them at the same time my lives were. And so we worked out a day that was not my day. Need to make brother his annual socks to go with the box of homemade biscuits. I mean, you knock out socks pretty quick, Game Widows. You're pretty fast with the old socks. But yeah, so does any, like, I don't know what, I'll tell you what we've done. Actually, I can't tell you because my mum might watch and it will give away like what we're going to do for us. So I can't tell you. It's so terrible. But you know, we've done some, oh no, I can't even give any hints because my mum's pretty cluey. So, well, that's dumb. Oh, thank you, Sally, for saying I have nice nails, even though they're driving me doolally right now. Get on. Stop that. Seriously. Get on. Thank you very much, numpties. Hi, Holly. Welcome to the chat. Talia has just started her first ever socks. How are they going, Talia? Are you enjoying the process? Socks? Oh, I don't know if this is a thing I can do. A, I've got these fingernails, and B, I've got these glasses. I did not consider this as a problem. I forgot that I wear, like I just thought, oh yeah, I'll wear my glasses while I'm doing the blinglets. Didn't even think about it. So I know I'm talking about Christmas before Halloween, and I know for some people that's a big no-no, right? But as crafters, we understand we need more time. Waiting until, like, say after, like, into November and things like that, because there are people who are like, no Christmas carols until December, and like, that's great, but we're crafters. We don't have to follow those rules. I'm not even doing Christmas colors. No, I'm not. You're quite right. I'm doing TARDIS blue. Now I do have, like, look, here we go. I've got some other colors here. I've got some forest green, and I've got some bright red, and some other greens. I got a whole pile in. Oh, that one's open. So I've got lots in, but they're all the wrong. I'm going to have to check my order because I am disappointed. Oops, some of the purple ones leaked. That's annoying. Purple is leaking, Chantel. So yeah, we've got lots of colours. We might be able to do some more later. I just want to get some of these TARDIS ones done. I've also, I'm not sure if any of you remember, but we used to have Obsidian, which was like a really dark one with an inky, beautiful sort of oily bead on it. So I've got more of those to do too. So, you know, we've got some work to do. Move those out of the way. Yeah. Steph is making 2 blankets, one for niece and one for nephew. Just started a month ago. How are they coming along? Do you think they'll be ready in time? John says no Christmas until after Thanksgiving. Well, see, we don't have Thanksgiving in Australia. So for us, it's just like after Halloween we start planning Christmas. Because we have Australia is... So what's Thanksgiving? That's your landing day? Is that when you guys came in and invaded the USA? Our landing day is... August, no, what am I saying? January 26th is Australia Day. So ours is after Christmas. Spanichick says, I don't plan ahead and I have Obsidian. Do you like the Obsidian, Spanichick? I mean, you knit a bit. You mostly crochet, I think, but you knit a bit. I don't know if this is working. This is really stressing me out. Chintami says I may need some TARDIS. Well, you may need some TARDIS. I did a variation a few years ago. It's a bit different than this one that I think I called TARDIS as well. So I might have to call this one something else, like, you know, time machine box or little blue box or something. But we all know what they really are, don't we? Yeah, we do. No, it's when the natives saved us before we killed them all. Oh, okay. All right. So it's not your landing day. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Rebecca says, I don't celebrate the holidays. Okay. Fair enough. Each to their own. Timey-wimey. Yeah. Or police box. We've got lots of options. Definitely. Let's go with police box. We'll go with police box because that way those people that picked up the other ones, I think they were slightly darker blue. I think this one's more. Have you, like, those of you that are Doctor Who aficionados, have you noticed the police box changes blues throughout the years? It gets slightly different colors. Like, it's still blue technically, but slightly different colors. Like, it's like they can't get that exact same color, or they photo edit it and change a lot or something, and it changes the color a bit. Anyway, I'm going with that. That's the theory I'm going with, so therefore I can change too. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Don't fall on the ground. Don't fall on the ground. So Snowy's in the house. She's not impressed. She would rather be in the yard, but I let her out in the yard and she was just barking like a crazy dog. There's someone in the house next door looking around. He looked all official, so I figured he's supposed to be there. I mean, you know, I could be wrong. And oh yeah, definitely the inside of the TARDIS changes. That changes from doctor to doctor. You should call a red and yellow one and call it 2020. Why red and yellow? Like I'm just asking. I'm not quite sure. Or grey and red. I definitely don't have any grey. I have red and I have yellow. Like, danger colours. Like I was about to say, was it caution colours? Yeah, we could make a special 2020 is over, you know, pack. Bring them out for New Year's. Black and yellow. Like bumblebees. I've only got the obsidian black, so it might not work as well because it's a little bit colourful in itself. Oh, some of the images of the coronavirus have it as a yellow blob with some red bits. Okay, all right. I haven't really looked, if truth be known. So, come out, bling with bits. Dumpster fire colours. Oh, yes. Yes. Dumpsters are all different colours though, aren't they? Oh, come on. Ugh. This is just... So we need yellow for the fire. And what, red for a dumpster? Dumpster's red? I thought that was sort of blue and bluey grey and sort of more near colours. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, so... I can't talk too much about my holiday crafting and the fact that there is holiday crafting going on, which is part of the reason why my queen's going so slowly. The other part of the reason why my queen is going so slowly is because I'm just, you know, doing other stuff, like not even crafting. Like, the thing to remember is Fiberific, or even just any crafting business, you don't just get to craft all day, which is such a shame, because wouldn't that be the nicest thing? There's tax and paperwork and stock and, you know, other stuff that's not crafting. Do you know what, Kim? I would like to say I've been distracted. Well, sorry, Game Widows. I'd like to say I've been distracted by sewing. But other than going away on the retreat, my sewing machine hasn't been pulled out. Like, I need to take up my daughter's school skirts. And I haven't even done that yet. That's on the plans for this weekend. My daughter has her semi-formal tomorrow night. So we've been getting all the things ready for that. Which reminds me, I need to finish an alteration on her dress. It's just a little tiny... It's a single stitch that needs to be done. But no, I haven't even been distracted by sewing, really. Just by things. Just by things. I have been enhancing my sewing stash, I must admit. I did go to a fabric store and purchase more fabric. She gets to wear her pretty dress. She does. The blessed side of running a craft business. Yes, that's right. I would love to just dye all day or make videos all day. But there's so many other jobs that have to be done that I don't get to do that, which make me sad. Hey, Freaky Geek, is there no darts tonight? I worked at a small bookshop, and several of the employees didn't like that they couldn't read when there weren't any customers. Yeah, like that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, no, you've got to clean and vacuum, and you've got to shelve books, and, you know, take up her skirts below the knee, right? On her knee, I think. But, you know, as these skirts seem to be designed for 17 feet tall people, I've actually got to take it up quite a lot, and because my daughter, sorry, Abs, and she's in the 5 foot region. I think she's technically taller than me now, so I think she's like 5'3". Pandemic stopped darts this year. Oh, and you did not set an alarm. Well, I'm sorry that pandemic has stopped your darts. I know how much you love it. You can come and hang out while we do blinglets and talk about Christmas crafting. Are you doing any Christmas crafting, Freaky? Sally says it's like, yay, I got a sale, but boo, I've got work to do. Yeah, there's a bit of that as well, isn't there? It's like, yay, someone ordered something. Oh no, now I have to pack it and ship it. Or order in the stock and then pack it and ship it. That's the other fun one. Sorry, I keep looking at my hands because I have to. And I miss the chat. Freaky says, nope, but I'm making a shawl. Nice, nice. I'm currently, the projects that I'm flitting between is my Battenberg blanket, my queen, and my sewing bag, which I keep looking at, but I haven't really done anything more on. And I have got a shawl that needs to be finished, but I sort of keep looking at it, doing a row and putting it down. And also my Star Wars blanket, which I haven't picked up for some few weeks, and I need to. I purchased some mother needles to try and make the whole blanket stitching thing a bit easier to deal with. Oh, don't bounce. Well, I mean, bounce rather than break, but please don't run away. I hate cleaning beads up off the floor. So, does everybody know the trick for if you knock your bowl of beads over? For those of you that don't know, there's a trick. If you knock your bowl of beads over and you've got to vacuum them up, put a stocking or a sock or something like that over the end of your vacuum nozzle and attach it with a rubber band, and then vacuum up, and then keep the vacuum on, and then turn it off over the top of your bowl. Oh, I know I've got squishy mail coming today, but it's not the squishy mail I really, really want. Oh, oh no. Spanish Chick says, Kylie told me to stop unpicking my bag. I agree with Kylie. Your bag would be finished. Absolutely finished if you didn't keep unpicking it. I'm trying to get away with not unpicking my bag, but there is something that's annoying me about it. And now I have a nylon foot. It'll make life easier, and I can try the thing again and see if a hairdryer will fix the problem. I've got a piece of vinyl that's got stitched in a little bit wrong, and it's on a funny angle, and with a hairdryer I can maybe stretch it out just enough to make a difference. Otherwise I have to unpick it and replace it. Just says, I've got squishy mail today and I'm at work in the city and I hate that. I'd rather be at home when it comes. You did unpick a lot. You basically undid the entire bag and started again. Shintami's got eggshell to pick up from the post office. Oh, nice. Fluffy yarn, a fluffy package. Oh, I can see clearly now. I'm just reading the chat here. I was having a discussion with some people who are in a YouTube education group I'm in, and we were talking about live streams. And there's a lot of people who actually, once their live stream's over, they get rid of it. They don't leave it there. I don't like to do that because, you know, not everybody can be there while it's live. And some people leave it up for 24 hours and then get rid of it and things like that because, you know, YouTube doesn't favor the old live streams very well in their realm of things that YouTube do. And so I was having a discussion about goals and whether your goal is to community build or whether your goal is to brand build. And yeah, we had some really, like, there was some good points made, and it was just fun. But I mean, I'll be leaving mine up, I think. I may unlist them and you have to go to either the Facebook page or the Facebook group to find them going forward. But right now, I'm not changing anything for right now. I got other things on my plate, but it's a possibility. They won't be deleted though. That's definitely not happening. You know, unless something scary happens, then they won't be deleted, but they will be unlisted, and then you just find them through either my Facebook page or my website, so you can still watch them. Kelly says, I'm glad you keep your live stream so I can watch the old apps. That's the thing, like, you know, there's days like poor Stephanie, who is so sick over on It's Crochet O'Clock. She keeps her lives up as well, I think. And the advantage is that they get to stay up and people can go and watch them when she's sick to still support her and still get their fix. So, yeah, and I get frustrated, like, especially time zone differences. I'll go to watch someone's live stream and they will have pulled it down. And I'm just like, oh, come on now. I was asleep when you were live. That's not fair. That's a bowl, not a plate. What's a bowl, not a plate? I'm confused. Oh, I said I've got a lot on my plate. I get it now. Sorry. Melissa appreciates me leaving the streams up. Thank you, Melissa. So I have a question for you. If you had to look in, rather than going to YouTube to look for the live streams and either go to the Facebook group or my website, I probably would put them in both places because I know not everybody Facebooks. Would that be a big deal? Like, would you be annoyed? Or would it be like, oh, well, at least I can find it? And it would just be a page on my website of like old live streams and have them listed out like they sort of are in my YouTube setup. Jackie says, it didn't even occur to me that people would delete a live stream. Yeah. Or, I mean, they may not delete them, because if you delete them, you lose all your view counts and things like that. But they are unlisting them or making them private. I think they're just unlisting them, but they're not listing where the link is. But yeah, they're making it so you can't find them just on YouTube. I wouldn't be annoyed. I just do whatever is easiest with the lives. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Gayla. I appreciate that feedback. I do try to, you know, keep things fresh and keep things working, but I also have to, oh, don't do that. Jeez, that hurt. I also do need to be aware of what YouTube prefers also. So, John says, if I miss a live, I generally don't try to watch it later. Melissa says, as long as there's a link to find the video, that's cool. Good to know, Melissa. Thank you. Yeah, John, a lot of people, and I get it too, especially with my kind of live where I do really interact with the chat a lot. I understand that if you miss a live and you don't get that opportunity for the interaction, I understand that, you know, it's not as fun. But this is driving me doolally, honestly. But I really need to do them. My fingers will adjust. I'll learn how to hold things. Spanichick says, I find it really hard to watch a live after the fact. I keep talking to you and nothing happens. Yeah. Lisa says, I'm the same as John. Sometimes I do, but so busy I can't be. It can be hard to find the time. Yeah. Yeah. I do get it. And also like time zones and things like that. Sometimes you just miss the live as well. You know, like it's very tricky trying to pick a time to run a live that's convenient, A, for me, because I'm pretty important in the live. Like, you know, not to blow my own trumpet. But A, that's convenient for me. B, that's convenient for local people, but also C, that's convenient for people on the other side of the world, so it's not the middle of the night. So I found that this sort of 10 a.m. slot, it's kind of like it's frustrating for the people that work, because, you know, they're at work. Like Joss is sneaky. Joss sneaky listens to live streams and has people at work run interference for her. I love it, by the way, Joss. I think it's amazing. Tali says, if I miss lives, I listen to them later while I'm crafting. Yeah. And I mean, because we are talking craft, I tend to do that. Oh, how many of these blue things am I going to drop in the beads? Like, seriously, Chantel, get a grip. Quite literally. I like YouTube because I like the group of vibe. Yeah, it is. And that's the fun part, isn't it? It's like you all get to chat to each other as well as to me. And that's it. That's one big advantage of the Fiberific Fun Zone. So if you guys aren't a member over on the Fun Zone, that's a Facebook group where you guys who are predominantly here in the lives can also interact and chat with each other over there. So if you're working on craft and you've got a Christmas project, go and throw a picture of what you're working on over in the Fiberific Fun Zone. But one really important thing to remember is if you are new and you try to join, if you do not answer the questions, you will not be accepted into the group. You'll just sit there in the non-question limbo until someone decides to go in and delete it. So make sure you answer the very tricky questions that I have. They're very tricky. They're not at all tricky. Basically, don't be mean. Don't try to sell your own stuff, and don't be mean. Also, do you like yarn? They're very hard questions for yarn crafters. Yarn Dragon says the questions can be still answered after chats, just like live in the comments. It's a way to continue the conversation. Absolutely. And I do check the comments. I actually get notified when somebody comments, so I can try and jump in and answer their question as soon as I can, so that they feel like they're still part of it. So John interacts with the Fun Zone. Yes, you do, John. Thank you so much for being a part of the Fun Zone. Spanichick has popped in Fun Zone links. Thank you. Oh, and Sally. Sally beat Spanichick. Go, Sally. Good job. Yes, Lisa, I understand. That's why I'm being very wary about saying my projects, because some of the people who I'm making for, well, they don't generally join in on the lives. I don't know if they catch the live replays. And so, yeah, I don't want to upset, well, no, not upset, spoil the surprise for other people. So, yes. Where are we getting there? We're getting a nice little pile of mediums here. Smalls. These are smalls. Mediums are next. Come on. This is it. This is all I've got. So I'll have to count them. I think there'll be about 10 sets available in each. Hey, Gabby. Welcome to the chat. I do try to run the replay lives on my favorite channels because I know it helps the channels out, but live is always better. I agree with you, Leanne. And it does. If you are at home and you are away and you if you can leave the live running and you're not there, or you have to pop away to the loo or something like that, it's always helpful. How many in a set? You get 11 in a set, so you get 10 of this color, or of the main color, and then one random one, so that if you're doing like something in the round, you've got a contrast color. There's something wrong with that bead. So yeah, 11 in a set for 10 Australian dollars plus post. So, and they can go within Australia, they can go in a standard envelope if you want them to. So the post is only sort of $3. Internationally, at the moment within Australia, we can only, I think, I have to double check, I think we still have to track all our international postage. But yeah, so that might make it a bit trickier. Jackie says, run the live, even if you don't watch, bumps up watch minutes. Yes, it does bump up the watch minutes. So, Steph says, speaking of you responding to comments, thank you for responding to mine earlier. You are welcome. Yeah, I do try to remember to put the links to the patterns I'm working on. I should possibly put a link to Blinglets in this one, which I'll do after the live, or I'll try to remember. Somebody remind me to do that. Spanish Chick says she ignores me as much as she can. I don't ignore you, Kim. You're my friend. I may not answer all of your questions. but I don't actively ignore you. Oh, that's just, this is, are you guys laughing at me failing this so dreadfully? Like, I wouldn't be surprised, and I believe I would have earned it. I would earn the derision of not being able to use tools because of silly nails. Like that one. That's exactly right, Kim. That's my blinglets. So we're going to have some special sizes in these ones. We don't normally do an extra small. I need to double check, but I think it would suit 3 mil and under. But I'm going to have to add in a thing because I think I've ordered the wrong size in all the colors. So that's frustrating. What's blinglets for? Blinglets are stitch markers for knitters. You can't use them as a crochet unless you add some sort of clasp in because they are sealed. They will, this is the first step of their production. The second step is I use a jeweler's cement to glue the bead over the join so there's no snags in your knitting. But yeah, knitting stuff. Because here at Fiberific, we are open-minded to knitters and crocheters. So yeah, but yeah, these ones will definitely be for knitters. All the blingy things. I'm waiting for my sock squishy package to come. Yeah, it's nearly ready. I've just got to finish skeins them and then they're done, and it will be there. Oh man. Oh. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Have some water. Oh, my guilty conscience makes me ignore you. Right. What guilty conscience? What have I done that would make me ignore you, Kim? I just can't picture many things. Many. Not any, but many things. Buy craft jewel. Absolutely. We're all about the multi-craft jewelism here. Except for scrapbooking, you know. So, that's a joke, by the way. Get on there. No. John, so you don't touch both sides. I learned the dark side in December and love them both now. Yes. That's the thing. Like, I think they're both good. I like them both. And I have things that I prefer to knit and I have things I prefer to crochet. I don't knit blankets unless it's like a little tiny baby blanket. I don't knit blankets. I loved crochet blankets. I prefer crochet jumpers to knit jumpers or sweaters or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, definitely prefer knitted sweaters and jumpers. But I like crochet cover tops. I prefer crochet bags over knitted bags. Mind you, I just haven't knitted many bags. There's no particular reason why. All the patterns I find that I like are crocheted. Oh, silly husband's telling me I have enough. Well, what we need to do is we need to get you using your things and then he'll back off a little bit. So maybe he'll back off a little bit. I don't know your husband. Maybe he won't. But craft is good for your brain. Except for when things don't work and you get angry at your craft and it goes in a naughty corner. Did you say you prefer... No, I prefer knitted jumpers, not crochet, but I prefer crochet over tops. So, maybe, well, I meant to say I prefer knitted jumpers than crochet jumpers, but I do prefer crochet over tops, like little tops that go over dresses and stuff like that. But they're not sweaters, they're little. Oh no, moving everything out of the craft room just meant he saw how much stash I have. Oh dear. You just need to use your stash. Darwin says I've got 10 days of crafting time. Nice, Darwinch. Nice. You know, last night it was an unusual situation at my house, which was Abby went to work and Tim was coming home late for work. So I had the house to myself at night, which I don't actually remember the last time that happened. No. And it was just weird. It was just weird. Just like, it was nice. I just sort of potted in the kitchen and made dinner. I mean, I still have to make dinner for everybody, but it just felt different. There was no urgency to get everybody fed, you know. It was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to make this, and cooked it up and sat down and ate mine, and because Abby wasn't coming home from work till like 9 o'clock, and so yeah, it was just like nice. So I chilled until I zoomed, and then Tim got home just as the Zoom started, so I was hanging out with my girls anyway. Steph says, I've been thinking about learning to knit, but I've only been crocheting for about 2 years, and I'm afraid I start knitting, my crochet won't get done, and I don't know if I'm ready to spend the money on knitting. I don't, look, other than needing it some different tools, it's the same yarn. So you might find a purpose for yarn in your stash that that's been marinating, and you haven't decided what to crochet with it, but it might be the perfect yarn for something to knit. That generally is what happens with me. And so, you know, like, am I the only one who, no, I'm surely not the only person who lets things marinate in their stash for a while. Maybe I let things marinate exceptionally long amounts of time, but yeah. Mr. Rogers' mother used to knit the cardigans he wore on the show. If anyone wants to knit me a cardigan, green is my favorite color. Oh, that's subtle. That's a subtle hint, John. Well done. The kids are home, but they pretty much look after themselves these days. Yeah, they're not toddlers anymore. But I think it's just different, like, when there's nobody home, like, it's empty. Like, I mean, there's nobody home right now, but it's daytime, and I'm used to that. I had to read a bit of a book the other night. Been ages since I've done that. Yeah, like, I sat down with a novel the other. Oh, come! Where did you go? There you are. Did I chip it? I try to be very gentle because I don't like to chip the colour. I'll have to check that one with my other glasses. I'll check them all when I glue them. They all get double checked. Oh, what I'm going to do is push this pile here so that you guys can see how many we've got. Things have to mature in the stash like fine wine. Yes, Sally's got yarn that's been marinating for ages. Did she just refer to yarn as marinating? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Sometimes you have to put things in your stash and leave them there until you decide what they're going to be, so they marinate. There's a lot of yarn that I wouldn't use for crochet because it looks weird worked up, but it looks nice. Yes, I agree with you, Kim. There's a lot of yarns that definitely work better for one or the other, whether they're knitted or crocheted. They definitely work better as one. A lot of the short color repeats look amazing knitted up, but look trash crocheted, honestly. You need to explain to Freaky Geek what MLC is. Sorry, Freaky Geek. MLC is our monthly subscription box. MLC stands for Mystery Lace Club, and each month you receive a box, and in that box is a pattern and all the yarn that you need to make that pattern. And if that pattern requires beads, there's beads, and there's always a little sweet treat to nibble on while you read through your pattern. And it comes out, the cutoff each month is the 20th of the month. So say you signed up by the 20th of November, you would receive the 20th of December box. And so that would come out a little before Christmas. I try to send out the Christmas one a bit early, actually. But yeah, and it's always lace knitting, but it's not always lace weight yarn. This month that just went out was actually a really beautiful DK, and with a lovely lace pattern to go with that. So hang on. Can somebody throw up a link to the Mystery Lace Club? Yarn doesn't always immediately tell you what it wants to be, especially if you bought it because it's pretty. Absolutely. And so now she's going to have to say cannot from now on, just because there's no confusion. What? I'm confused. I say can't weird. Why do I say can't weird? Sally has a question about the Cuckoo Waltz pattern. Would it look okay using just one color rather than the two? Yeah, but some of the detail is because of two colors. Yeah. Caitlin says, I find the problem with stash is that you find a project to do and there's not enough yarn and then you can't find it anymore. That is the bane of my existence. Absolutely. Or I think that there's enough and I get started and then I get to a point where of no return and I don't have enough. Gosh. Oh, no, I didn't say naughty words. I don't like cannot. I like contractions. Candy is not a naughty word. No, it's not. I said sweet treats. Because sometimes it's chocolate and sometimes it's not. So I can't say chocolates. Speaking of sweet treats, there's an extra one over there and I've just realised it. So maybe someone's MLC went out without their sweet treats. Bugger. Either that or I can't add. And that's legit. That could be a possibility. I used to do that to Kim all the time. She'd come and help me package up the MLCs and there'd be additional bags of lollies and she'd just be like, oh no. And I'd be like, no, I made extras. We can eat that one. Buy sweater quantities of everything. Oh my gosh, Kim. No. No, don't say that because I'll have to start doing it because you're right. Because, you know, I'll be out and about at like a show where they've got yarn stores and I'll just pick up a couple of skeins from each buyer just, you know, to support as many people as I can. And, you know, if they've got colours I like or yarn I like. And I can't always afford like 6 or 8 skeins. Like being a plus size girl, that's a lot of yarn to get a sweater quantity. I can tell you that right now. It's a lot of yarn. Buy 10 skeins or balls or whatever color you're after if you can afford it. That's, yeah. And like ideally that's what you do. You buy as much as you can afford. But I mean, I just don't usually. I'm trying to get out of the habit of buying 1 or 2 skeins. And it was just like with fabric, Kim's taught me that buy 2 meters of everything. Don't buy half a meter. So it's the same sort of deal. Because I buy fat quarters and half meters of like, oh, that's cute. And then it's just like, I don't actually have enough of that for anything. So it just sits there. Oh, I listened to you a lot on the Bendigo Woolen Mill sale and that's how I'm in trouble now. Hey, come on. Bendigo Woolen Mill sale happens once a year. You know, if you didn't get in now, you were going to miss out. And then you would have kicked yourself because you would have needed cotton for some project or wool for some project. And then you would have missed out. Don't blame me. I know, I'm not blaming you. You educated me. And you're right. Having more fabric for projects is way better. I'm not as limited to what I can make. I've always been limited to little like bags and things, and now I'm looking more at clothing. Hubby's listening, so it's fabulous. You're helping me. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad. Hi, Brendan. So yeah, no. Sometimes you just got to get in when the sales happen because they just don't happen that often, especially Bendigo. Bendigo Woolen Mills, they don't do sales very often. And I would urge caution on their back room. Like, they have a back room. Their back room stuff is sometimes seconds, or the balls are underweight and things like that. So just be aware that, you know. Kim says most bag projects will need at least 1 meter of fabric for the exterior and same for the lining, so no point in buying less. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I've always made little project bags where fat quarter on the outside, fat quarter on the inside, bam, you're done. That's fine. Oh God, now he's garbaging on about how many projects you have on the go. Well, unless you've got more than me, which is unlikely, I wouldn't be worried. I mean, I've got over 30 projects on the go right now. So, okay, I realized I have no little, oh, hang on, there's some here. Ugh. Little baggies. Because once these are done, I don't like to mix them up. I find I struggle to work out the sizes. So, all right, am I just going to keep going with the TARDIS blue and do the mediums? Or should I change colour? Let me know in the chat while I pack these up. If I can. Because nails. Nails are annoying. Who said nails were a good idea? Nails are dumb. Oh, come back here. Alright. Okay, now put your back. I mean, I've got scales. They're just over there. I've gotten used to the blue. Just keep going. I may have to start thinking about that way sweater amounts. Yeah. Like, or think about the projects you usually like to make, not what you're restricted to make by what's in your stash, but the projects that you like to make, and make sure you buy enough yarn to do that, because otherwise you end up like me with an absolute boatload of yarn that I'm trying to mix with other dyers and other makers and other yarn blends because I don't have enough of like the one. And I mean, I am talking about like a 15 years of stashing. So I am going through now and culling and moving things on. And I did a big Fiber D stash sale earlier in the year, I want to say. So yeah. I do have another triangle bowl somewhere. I don't know where it is though. I mean, that would be helpful. What did I do with it? Hang on. I was using it. No, I don't know where it is. I mean, that makes sense. Look, do you know what? I had another container here to drop them into so I could pour it into the thing, but I just didn't use it. Discontinued yarns are not your friend. Agreed. If you're going to buy a yarn that you know is discontinuing, buy as much of it as you can, because you are going to suffer for it. You're going to be all sad. Definitely. All right. Oh, I'm just assuming, like, I'm just having a look here and everyone's saying blue. So blue it is. All right. I'm going to need some more blue beads. Blue beads. I am obsessed with the Miyuki Magatama. Like, these are Miyuki Magatamas. These are a little teardrop shaped bead. These are not a round bead. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Where's the camera? There it is. See how it's got its little hole at one end? They're a little teardrop thing. And I love them on the blinglets. I actually love them in my knitting as well, truth be known. Knitspin Girl says, I tend to buy the kilo to keep my options open. Yep. Absolutely. Sweater amounts might be easier for me to buy than blanket amounts, lol. I've never made a sweater though. Yeah, blanket amounts would be insane. But in saying that, you can normally, I mean, obviously depending on the blanket, you can buy different colors to make your blanket amounts, whereas a sweater amount, you normally need the one color or one color plus an accent, unless you're doing Fair Isle. There's always unlesses. And Kim says, keep in mind, if you have 2 or 3 good colors, different colors in sweater amounts, then that's a good blanket amount. Good point. I'm lucky because most of my stash is acrylic, so any random bits go towards pet blankets for AWL. Awesome. I need more water. My water cup is empty. It's time to refill it. And I'm like keeping an eye on my throat. Well, not keeping an eye on, but like feeling my throat to see how it's going. I mean, it seems to be going okay, but I am starting to notice a dryness coming back in. So, because basically if this throat spray doesn't work, we're going to be going back to the 90-minute live streams. Yeah, Animal Welfare League is AWL. Weskew, you're numpty. Okay, these ones should be a bit easier because they're a bit bigger. I still have to deal with the beads though. So these are our medium size. These work up to the 4.5mm needles. So, I mean, at a pinch, you can probably squish them onto a 5. Sometimes if you do that though, it pulls on the glue, and because the glue is cured, if you break the seal, they come off. The bead comes off. I mean, they still stay on because, you know, I've closed the jump ring. But then the bead starts moving around. So, oh, Kim, good reminder. Good reminder. Next week, there are time zone changes for most of the USA. So if you are watching from the USA, I will still be running at my 10 a.m. Brisbane time. And so we are AEST, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to compare, so I don't have daylight savings here, so it's not AEDST, Australian Eastern Daylight Savings. It's just standard time. Okay, so I will make sure I put up our header, like our reminder, early so that you guys can double check it. GMT plus 10. Thank you, Kim. So I'll make sure it goes up early. So what that'll do is YouTube show you in your local time. So if you click the reminder, it'll be like it will be at X time for you in random city. Sally's saying will be 7 p.m. Wednesday for East Coast US. I hope that's still doable for you guys. 6 p.m. Central. These go. Awesome. So at least it's not the middle of the night. Like I've got some lovely viewers in the UK, but it's like 2 a.m. for them. So that's not fun. Get back in the container. No, in the container. So yeah, so keep an eye on the changes. I won't be changing my time, but it will be a different time for you. Possibly. Maybe. You know. Did you get blood on one fingernail? No. So we went for some more sort of darker Halloween-y-ish colours, which the first thing Abby said to me, there's no green, there's no orange. And I was actually looking at green and orange and got talked out of it. And now I'm regretting it. But we went with, we've got, hang on here, we've got like the purple that I love, a really nice red. This is like a dark purple with red and blue glitter through it. A gunmetal silver, and then black, like Kim's soul. I got, look, Tim, there's 2 of your souls. That's shocking, John. Shocking. Did I just call Lindsay Shadow Sally? Look, I may have accidentally. I didn't mean to, Lindsay. I'm sorry, and Lindsay and Sally for messing up your names. I mean, like, but really, are you not used to it yet? Spanachik says Steph's chat becomes 11 a.m. local time for Bris Vegas. Okay. It must have been her glasses. Thank you, Lindsay. Yes, no. It was just I have no excuse. Sally's used to it. There's so many other Sallys now. Oh, yes, I know. I'm really bad with names, you guys, and faces. It's like I know if I know a face, but I can't always pick where I know the face from. It's terrible. Haha, true. I just did a double take, though, and thought I didn't write anything. A Sally salad. I don't know what that is, freaky geek. It's a great name. Yeah, it's an awesome name, Sally. More people should have it, so I'm just renaming everybody. Oh dear. Yeah, so are you all still working on your queens, or have you all moved over to Christmas projects? I mean, those of you that have started queens, I know not everybody has. And I know poor Sally's still waiting on her yarn to arrive, like a legit original Sally. I've already been renamed to Sally multiple times from Jackie. Yeah, like to the point where we named you the other Sally in our chat. It is tricky. It's tricky with all the masks. Allison's still working on her queen. Awesome, Allison. Oh, almost done with row 70 on my large queen. Excellent, John. Excellent. Queen may be a Christmas gift this year or next. Look, if I was I'm not giving my queen away to anybody, luckily, because I'm only on row 90. And yeah, I'm going pretty slow, even for me, to be honest. But yeah, there's no way it would make it for Christmas unless I just stopped doing everything else and just worked on that. I mean, I could possibly do that, but like you guys know me by now, that's not going to happen. John says I've posted a picture in the fun zone. Awesome, John. Thank you. I'll check that out after the live stream. No queen for me, but I'll put a picture of my Letitia's holiday in the fun zone. Yes, please. Love it. I love checking the fun zone after live stream because all the things that we've talked about, I can go and look at the photos. Allison's finished row 46. Awesome, Allison. Is your queen going to be a Christmas gift, or are you just working on it for yourself? I just realized the aircon's kicked in. I hope that's not too loud for anybody. Row 69 or 133 for chart 2. I'm on row 90, which is in the third repeat of chart 1. I can't tell you what actual row number it is. I don't know. It's in the house. I didn't even bring it out today because I really wanted to do this and I did not want to get sidetracked, and I never get sidetracked. I've only got like 11 billion more of these to do, and then I've got to glue them all. Yay. I mean, there's only the blue that you can see, but there's a lot more colors to get done. So I think I should have approximately, I'll have to double check, but I should have 10 of each size in the new police box. Oh, and then the extra smalls, there'll be 10 of each size. I'll have to make some sort of sticker because my printing that I had done doesn't allow for extra smalls. 6 years in the field artillery. I can't hear your AC. Fair enough. Fair enough. I did set up some noise suppression and noise gating through my software here to try and make it so it doesn't go cray. So I never get sidetracked. Oh, shiny. Yeah. Allison saying my queen is for my new camper van. We're waiting to arrive, an A-van camper trailer. Is that one of those cute little sort of A-shaped ones? Or am I getting the wrong idea with the whole A-van thing? Because that means you can stand in the middle of it, but you kind of got to sit on the edges. Is that right? Plus you found it has a low setting. Yeah, do I have it on low though? I do have it on low. I had it on high this morning just to try and cool the shed down because it's so humid today. Yeah, the A-shaped one. Cool. Ooh. Holly's been able to check out the fun zone. So just out of curiosity, everybody who is in the live chat, are you all a member of the Fiberific Fun Zone over on Facebook? Just pop a comment in. Just drop a yes or a no. I'm very curious. Now, there was something I wanted to say to everybody here, and whether you're here or watching in the replay, I wanted to say a huge thank you. We have now hit my $100 goal over on Patreon, and now I have to make a new goal. I think that it's just so generous and kind of all of you, especially those of you who went in and changed your pledges. But I just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting me over there, as well as here and in other ways that you all support me. I'm just having a quick look in the chat here, just seeing everybody. Yes. Alison, thank you for loving my nails. I appreciate that. I am, but I rarely go onto Facebook. Fair enough. And that's the thing. I know not everybody are Facebook users. So I was just curious as to see how many of you are in the fun zone. Oops, I need one of these first. Lots of yeses. Oops, sorry. I didn't realize my hands were pulling away. Patreon suggestion, put the link to the unlisted lives there first before you update. Oh, absolutely. If I do decide, look, the reality is I think I will be starting to go back and unlist the lives. And I will create a page over on my website for them. And but absolutely, there'll be some new video. I don't know if I worry about putting them onto Patreon first for the unlisteds, but there are a few Patreon members who will be getting their own personal Zoom calls. Like there's a small Zoom group. So they'll be getting a once a month Zoom call with just them and me. And so that's a bit more one-on-one. Well, it's not quite one-on-one. It's much smaller though. And we can talk to each other rather than me do all the talking. But also I've got videos that are in the pipeline that will be hitting. The Patreon members will get to see them first. And we'll be starting to do a bit more behind the scenes Patreon work. It's everything's moving and happening. It's just slow because I've got quite a few things all happening at once. So trying to keep all the balls in the air. But absolutely, and I'm not ashamed to say it, the Patreon members will get first dibs. They will get first priority as they have shown me that I'm a priority. Does that make sense? Anyway, but they will get first priority. Jackie says, so like I do every evening anyway. Yes, Jackie, but that's different. That's different. And you already have my phone number. Yeah, because Jackie and I have been friends for a very long time. Jackie and I have been friends since before Fiberific was a business. Luckily, I have good lighting, John. Cheeky. Sometimes you review items in... Don't want to lose access to those. Yeah. Oh, no, look, seriously. No one will lose access to them. They will just be... they'll just be... Because what happens is YouTube get miffy about things. And so the links will still be available over on my Facebook page. The videos will not be deleted. They will not be gated to only Patreon users or anything like that for the live streams, like the regular live streams. But you just have to find them through other places, not through... Why listen? YouTube penalizes you, and it messes with your statistics, which YouTube use to judge whether or not you're a good channel or not. And I want to be a good channel. I want to play the game. So we'll just I've got to double check if I like there's a way to do it so that it doesn't remove the views and what have you from my... Definitely won't be deleting them. That won't be happening. So cool to see how the stitch markers are made. Well, this is one of the steps. The second step I can't do on camera because I do it outside. And I wear a respirator mask and do it outside because I use a really stinky jeweler's cement to actually glue the bead over the join. So yeah, so I mean, I'm not 100% like, actually, do you know what? I think I'm pretty well sold that I will be in some way removing them, but I won't do it until I've got them sorted out so that you can find them elsewhere. They will not be deleted. Or you make Kim do them. No, Kim did them for me one time, and she did thousands and thousands for me, and that was a huge ask, and I'd never ask again. Is there a way to keyword search for the right video if they're just listed? I don't know, but the reality is these live videos aren't really keyword searchable anyway. Much. That's true. I didn't make you. You offered, because I was freaking out that I had no blinglets and I couldn't glue them because I couldn't breathe through my respirator. You're amazing. And this is really the first batch since that batch you did last July that we've had to do, because you did so many of them. I'm glad that cement don't stink once the buyer gets some. No, that doesn't. Once it's dry, it doesn't smell anymore. It's really good that way. Goodness me, you guys are terrible. Shocking. Shocking, Freaky Geek. Shocking. Oh, come on. Here we go. This is like really awkward. Enigmata says, I like the videos you did at the yarn show. It's good to go back and see the old shows. Yeah, absolutely. They won't be deleted. I'll just be like, you'll just need to find my old videos somewhere else probably. But we'll see. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. And I'll make it very clear, and I'll show everyone how to find them. So don't panic. They won't be gone. I need them. It was my way to get my DNA around the world. Yeah, I mean, I pretty well touch everything at some stage of its make or packaging here at Fiberific. So my DNA is probably all around the world too. And please keep the... Oh, like seriously, no videos are getting deleted, you guys. And all the pre-record videos will stay exactly how they are. I won't be unlisting any of those. It's just the live streams. So, yeah. It's just the live streams we're talking about. Even my really old ones that are embarrassing, they'll stay as well. The really old videos where I look like a ghost because I was having to use sunlight because I didn't have any lighting, those ones are staying too. They're all staying. So, you know, if you want to laugh, go back and watch one of the first videos on my channel. I can't think of what it would be. The Handy Andy and Plier was one of the first. There was Spindling Silk Noir was the absolute first, but that was just my hands. The ones where I had longer hair, yep, I definitely had longer hair. Those ones where I tried to read scripts and stuff. I've gone through so many different phases of how to make my videos. Honestly, I mean, because I've been making videos now for what I want to say 3-4 years off and on. One of the videos I love the most is my one where I hack up my Spider-Man t-shirt. I don't like that one. That one's very thin. And put like, yeah, I put crochet on it so that it sits better. Why not set up a second channel to move the old lives to? Because setting up a second channel means I have to start from scratch again, and it wouldn't be monetized. and I need the monetization, because you know, running all this isn't the cheapest. The first video I watched was about drop spindles from John. Really? That's an interesting one. Set up September 23rd, 2015. There you go. We've just had our 5th year. Oh, it might, but the first video didn't come out then. That was just the Fiberific channel came with. Oh, come on, get on the thing, you terrorist. Stop it. Well, you bounced back in the bowl, so that's something. There we go. Drop spindle and knitting the socks. Oh, yeah, whoops, shame, +1. Yep. Yep. I still have like that many projects, and I've probably still got some of those projects. Yeah. There was a video about, yep, confessions of all my works in progress. Oh my gosh, I remember that one. It's the oldest. All right. I like the video on the Shed Business Center. So many times you see YouTubers in large fancy spaces. Oh, no fancy spaces here. I got a shack, man. A shack. Mind you, a lot of YouTubers just are in their bedrooms or in a room in their home, you know. Like some of the bigger YouTubers, like that have more staff and things like that, they need the bigger spaces because they've got people to deal with. I'm here by myself. I don't have to share my space. Fingers crossed I'll get fibers to use on this wheel before the weekend. Nice. I haven't shipped fibers yet, freaky, if that's what you're referring to, so it won't be them. A she shack. Yes. I think you should have done a spider web pattern for your shirt. I did sort of do a spider webby pattern-ish thing for the sides, not so much for the neckband though. I'll take the shack with all those chowku needles. Yeah. There's a few in here. Oh my gosh. Since that video though, I've actually changed around how I set up this section where I shoot my videos. I used to have it so the table was sort of here and the camera shot into that corner, and it was awkward because I would have cables running from this window because I have to run the internet, so from the house, so there's a cable and it would run across the room, so if I had to move I had to kind of like step over cable. It was very unsafe, so I changed how things are done. Now I'm up against a wall here and I have that wall behind me and it's all clear space. I can move around la, 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 and not hit anything. So, you know, yay for not hitting things. Sometimes things change up over the years. Absolutely, Yarn Dragons, they do. And you need to keep things fresh. Oh, I knit a cute garland with my special... Oh, when Abby was 12. Oh my gosh, yes. Abby used to come in for a few things, especially Christmas yarn. So I think the year before was a Christmas dyeing with food food coloring was one when Abby was even younger. Did it in my kitchen of all places. First live stream was March 20, 2017. Wow. Gosh. So the live streams will be 4. In March. Oh, come on. Stop this. Stop this silliness. Get on the thing. LYS is a local yarn store. Yes. I am in my happy place, Enigmata. You're right. This is my happy place. Bye, Joss. Have a good afternoon. Silly work things. the live streams started in my home office, and then when Fiberific moved over to premises, the live streams were done over there. And then we moved back to the house because we lost our premises because the stinky boys I was subletting from broke their lease and put me in a pickle. So then I came back here, and then we got the shack delivered. And then we've been live streaming in the shack for at least 12 months now. Yarn Dragon says, I love how you have all the live streaming software down. Well, I'm about to shake that up too. I've just gotten some new software. So currently right now I use something called OBS, which is a free software, and it's a bit, look, it's you've got to dig around to find things. There's nothing sort of really easy to see or change. And I've just upgraded software, which I haven't started streaming with yet because I'm still learning how to use it. But you know, we change things around, we upgrade, and we try to I try to make it better for you guys, more fun, more interactive. So if you've got any suggestions, like, please always let me know. If there's a problem with the audio or something like that as well, let me know, because I don't monitor the audio while I'm live streaming. I can monitor the video, but if I monitor the audio, I can't concentrate as easily, and so I don't monitor the audio. So yeah, and you guys are normally pretty good at letting me know if there's a problem, honestly. Used to be the LYS was open every day but Sunday and Monday, and now it's closed all week except the weekend. That's rude. Agreed. I've changed to something called vMix. It's got a lot more like little things. So do you guys remember when I did that the gig where we had the 4-hour live streams every day for the big wool show, and I was using a live streaming software called StreamYard, and it meant that I could bring comments onto the screen when I was talking about them. vMix is a version of software that allows that to happen. I can also bring guests in, sort of like StreamYard as well. But I mean, StreamYard was good, but the video quality level was low, and I didn't like that. And so the only other real alternative for PC user, which is what I am, I'm not a Mac user, otherwise I would recommend Ecamm Live, is vMix. So that's what I'm going with. I mean, I've got to trial it out a bit more. I need more, hang on. If you need more spanner time, let her know. Absolutely. Absolutely. That shows how much they're struggling. Shops will be open every day if they have business here. I was going to say audio is fine, but there's not enough Kim. Oh, there's never enough Kim in the world. Kim was going to come over today, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming, because we had so much rain last night, that, and the last couple of days, I should say, that my yard is a pool, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have power to the shack or not. More Kim and longer live. Well, I'm trying to keep these lives for 2 hours, but I was really struggling vocally because the asthma medication I'm on makes me lose my voice, and I can't go off that medication. And so I've been looking for things to help keep my voice going. And I found like a singer's thing. I can't remember what it's called. And I trialed it out just by myself, just to double check I didn't react to it, because I'm allergic to half of the planet, it feels like sometimes. And everything went okay. And so I've had some of that this morning. Probably not as much as I should have, honestly. Yeah. The time flies when you're having fun, and if you have Kim there, you don't need to talk as much. That is true. That is true. Lisa wants to know if anyone else's stream is blurry. I'm looking at my phone, and my phone's not blurry. Yeah. Hey, Jen dear, welcome to the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Drink more water. Yeah. I've got water in my cup today. Those of you that have jumped in late, I've got just little ninjas, but just with water. It could be you. It could be you. You could check your download on your internet. I mean, if we're having hinky weather, that messes with your internet something pretty fierce. Yeah, Kim's right. Check that little resolution cog. So if you click on the cog, if it says like 480, change it up to like 1080. It should be streaming in 1080. So, so I do try to stream in full HD now. Not working on the queen tonight, Jen. I'm making some police box blinglets. It's a new color that we've got for Fiberific. Cog or gear even, yeah. Cog. I said cog, right? I didn't say clog. Cog. Maybe I said clog. I don't know. I thought I said cog. The little gear icon, yes. So stop that. Get on the jump ring, big baby. That fixed it. It turned itself down. What YouTube does is YouTube tries to guess what it thinks you need. Sometimes it's wrong, YouTube. Sometimes you're wrong. So, yeah. But yes, it does. It automatically changes it to what it thinks your current internet usage or availability is and adjusts itself. So if you want to see me in full HD, make sure you check your gear or cog on your little screen there. But I'm not drinking water tonight, lol. I thought you said cog. Thank you, Gayla. With our water drinking, it's definitely water. Kim's got this great thing on her water bottle that says this may possibly not be water or something along those lines. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, YouTube will auto adjust you down if your uploads or if your download speeds drop. It judges for you, but then it doesn't usually. Sometimes it brings it back up, but not usually. Aren't clogs little shoes, little wooden shoes? Just checking. Oh, we're nearly done all the blue ones. There is a chance that this could have been one. Oh, yes. Oh, hubby's probably downloading stuff because he's home. Yes, I mean, that's a distinct possibility. Crocs are clogs, really? I drink water at home from a vodka bottle. Now, is that distilled water that's been distilled through, you know, like potatoes? Or is it just legit straight up water? Clogs are Dutch shoes. Thank you. That's what I thought. Really? Crocs are considered clogs? Oh, jeez. But they're plastic. I thought clogs were wooden. Legit water. Oh, it's because of the shape. Really? Okay. Alrighty. Get on the thing. Oh, jeez. This is... Are you guys just enjoying the torture that's me not being able to hold things in my hands? They're plastic and they're full of holes. They can't be clogs. Well, I mean, I'm kind of with you, Freaky. Like, they can't be, right? But I mean, I could imagine them saying it just because of the shape. That would be, yeah, all the wrong. It's the shape, but I kind of draw the line at Crocs. Them shower shoes. You came for the naughty language. Well, you're in the wrong place, John. I don't really go too naughty in a live stream video. I mean, my accent might make words sound naughty, but I was not intending them to be naughty, apparently. Oh, I'm making blinglets. So these are stitch markers for knitters. So we sell these on our website at Fiberific. We being me. It's just me. So this is step 1, where I put the bead on the jump ring. And step 2 is gluing the bead to the jump ring. And then, oh, come on. And this is the first time I've done this ever with fake nails on, and it's traumatizing. I feel so inefficient. So inefficient. Not any more than us laughing at Stephanie. He's odd. What did Brendan do? With her orange vehicles. Orange vehicles. I don't even think I can say it like that. It's orange vehicles. Getting very frustrated with this iPad. I got a SIM card for the old iPad to inactivate it, but it's still not working and it's saying no service. Oh, that's got to be annoying. Okay, is there someone you could call, like at Apple? I don't know. I don't understand Apple stuff. Or at your telco that you got your SIM from. Oh no, I don't. I never actually. That's one word I don't say, even in anger. I don't say that one. There's a line. That's my line. I don't like that word. I don't use it. Yeah. But I can understand now that I'm thinking of how I say cannot. I can understand how you guys may have thought that that's what I was saying. But no, I don't use that one. Hang on, that's a bit too far. I've got to wiggle it in. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Look, we're down to the last few. Yes, crochet the naughty word. No, crochet is not a naughty word. Scrapbooking's a naughty word. Does it have data associated? That's actually a very good question. Because just because you have a SIM doesn't mean that you've got access to data. Necessarily. John's finished row 70. Yay, John's! Milk and cookies time. Woot, woot. Green. No! Chintamani, why would you even put that out in the universe? Hubby asked why scrapbooking is a naughty word. I don't like scrapbooking. It's just like, it's kind of like a bit of a joke. It's not so much a naughty word. I'm not a fan. And that's really all it is. Like, it's a skill that people have. I don't have it. I'm very bad at it. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Could be. I mean, you know, if we're being brutally honest. Kim didn't even have to say anything. Yeah, but you started it, Kim. You started it with the poke in the bear yesterday in like troublemaker. Troublemaker. Kim is a legit troublemaker. Bet you gave a look though, Kim. Yeah, I bet she did. I bet she side-eyed that comment from Chintamani. Troublemakers. Crapbooking. Absolutely. That's exactly what I call it. And that started unintentionally because I was at a show and looked it over and was having a good old laugh, and someone was like, what are you laughing at? And I'm like, check out that sign. And from the angle that I was on, it did drop the S off. And that's what it looked like they had on that, like, scrapbooking supplies. And I did. I had a good old laugh for a long time. Jen says, my brain hurts. I'm on the start of part 2 of the Queen. Oh, Jen, I'm still on part 1, and I keep hearing that part 2 is so much trickier than part 1. Oh, see, I love trifle, but there are rules. We'll talk more about the trifle rules closer to Christmas when I'm making trifle. Okay, look at this. Like clever this time. Oh, clever Felix. Okay. We've done the medium and the small of the blue. I've got extra smalls. I don't know if I'm gonna, they're tiny. I'm not gonna worry about them. I'm gonna talk to her and see, like, I don't know what, I'm gonna check my order is the first thing I'm gonna do, because I don't think I ordered that size. I could have though. I mean, it's a distinct possibility. All right, on to the next color. Now, I was going to do the obsidian because I don't have any obsidian in stock, but maybe I should let you guys choose. So this is the obsidian beads, and they go on a very nearly black. It's a very dark brown. Is that right for the obsidian? Yeah, that's right. So we can go through and do those. What I might do is put these little blue ones, because their bag is leaking, into a thingy. Get in there. Sorry, I just buy, seriously, it's so many Ziploc bags, it's not funny. Okay, so I was just going to do obsidian, but I also have a couple of other new colours. Like that one there, this one's a new colour. I don't know if I've got any beads for it. Oh yeah, that beaded work on that colour, definitely. And that's a different colour than what I usually get. I've got some extra colours. That's my normal red, that's for peacock, that's for my dark greens. And then we've got these ones, gold, silver, lemon, and fuchsia. And then we've got the purple that's leaking everywhere. So many! There's so many. So, there's some troubleshooting happening for Sal, so cool. Extra small, yeah, so the extra small, I've got to double check. I think that they will fit a 3 mil or a 2.75 mil, but I need to double check those before I go and start getting too far into it. My daughter says salt is a dirty word. Is a naughty word because I lost it when my son went to soak his new jumper to stop the dye from running. Oh, you've been hanging out here too much, Vampy. The greeny blue one. If the purple is leaking, do the purple. Plus, I love purple. I have to double check which purple it is. I always mix them up. But you're right, I probably should do that one because it's leaking everywhere. But we do have some pretty colours. So the minty green one that someone mentioned, is that one that you're talking about? The new minty green? No, that won't work. I may not have any beads for that yet. I've got beads coming as well. So some of the new colours I can't do just yet, just because I've still got beads coming. The greeny blue one. I'm getting distracted with all the pretty colours and almost missed my colour change. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry. There's a cute animal set and bakery set, so she can get one for her birthday next. Oh. My daughter, after some girl fights at school, has told me that stupid is a swear word. Really? That's seafoam over there. Oops, that's seafoam. That one's a mintier green than seafoam. They were new colours that I hadn't used before. That's seafoam. My house looks weird with that carpet. I bet it does, and I bet it's louder too. It makes more noise. Echoey. So echoey. Alright, what I think I might do is I've got 2 packs that are leaking. So I do have the ones that are going to go for the obsidian. They're leaking. And also the, I think it's the amethyst. I've got to double check if it's the amethyst. Hang on a second. I know it's weird, right? But I always get the amethyst and the lavender mixed up. And I always have to have a quick look. I normally check online. So that's the amethyst, that one there. So that's the lavender. Do I have any lavender available? And that's the lavender. That one might not be the lavender. There might be one that I just did with those rings because I didn't label the name of the colour. Oh, maybe it is. Oh yeah, it's lavender. It's got a bluish thing. To the left of the mint, this one. But I'm gonna add this colour bead to. My kids watch YouTube gamer channels, so they've started saying "dang it" in southern accents. Oh, so does my daughter. My aunt got a bit of floorboard as a template she showed me and said that this is what my floor will look like. Really? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's do. We might. Oh, let's do the lavender because they are leaking everywhere, and that will bug me. What have we got here? Okay. So, lavender. Oh, hang on a second. I've got a pretty purple. That one goes to that one. I've got two lots of purple now. So I've got that. Which one do you get? Do you get that one or do you get that one? Oh, I'm torn. But I got a new purple bead. Look at that. It's a new colour that I didn't have. And this is the purple that goes with the amethyst. Right? So maybe we can put the lavender instead of giving them, because I couldn't get any more of their blue beads, but I still might have, I've still got some of them left. Maybe we could change it over to purple. What do you think? I don't know. I'm torn now. I'm torn. I might do one and see how it looks. Let me look here. It looks like the lighter one. Right. Okay. I don't know. Let's open this packet up. Oh, come back here, little thing. And we'll do a couple and we'll see how they look. They may not work because it might be too blue. There's your little thing, Chantal. There's your thing. This is a really nice purple bead though. I like it a lot. Let's see how it looks on this. I put the purple on every colour ring. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that would like that. Samantha. Just saying. Not to call you out or anything. Oh, I mean, Lisa, hello. Oh, do you know what? That works. Okay, I have a question. Oh, hang on. Is it maybe... I mean, it works. It works. I'll do a couple. We'll do a couple as a trial and I'll take a little photo and I'll put a poll up in the fun zone and get your opinions. I can't believe Melissa is missing these. I know. All the purples all the time. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's because I'm so used to it having the more sort of blue, the blue and purple beads on it. And to me, it's like, oh, it's wrong. It's wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a few of each, and then I'll take a photo, and we'll do a little poll over on the fun zone this afternoon, and you guys can help me decide if lavender will change to this or stay with what it is, and we'll call it like lavender 2.0. Do you make crochet stitch markers? I don't know. There's something that I really should do, but I just don't. Our good friend Gamer Widows, she makes crochet stitch markers. She puts the big clasps on them, and so I tend to get mine from her. But I personally, I prefer the Clover sheep stitch markers. So I use these for my knitting all the time, but I use my Clover wiggly sheep ones. I don't know what they're really called. Locking ones, not the padlocks. Spanish Chick says no, but we keep bugging her about them. Yeah. So we've got some lavender there, and I'll do a couple with the old color, because it's like, the thing is, there is pink, there is some purple in it, but it's also blue. So I don't know. Quick locks. Thanks, Kim. Thank you. I'm glad you know what I use. I just call them the wiggly sheep. Yeah, it depends on the kind that you need. I like just the little lockables. Gamer Widow has these really good quality clasps that she uses on hers. So yeah. Lavender on the pole now. I'm having. I don't understand, John. I don't know if I want to understand. Do I want to understand? I'm wondering if you go. Yeah, I'm allergic to lavender, so let's not nickname me Lavender, because it'll just confuse people. I'm just going to do 5 in each of the 2 permutations, and then I will pop a Who's What's It over in the fun zone after the chat's over. Oh, get back here, you. Stop that. Oh, come on. Oh. There we go. Get back on there. Close it up. 4 and 1 more. And that's right, you've got a couple of different options. I like the lobster claspy ones. I think are the ones I like. I agree with Spanish Chick, honestly. Like, I love the effort and work that Game Widows does on her stitch markers, but I agree with Spanish Chick that normally those ones are quite heavy. I use them for like ends of rounds and things like that, but I really do prefer the other ones. Okay. Alrighty. Yarn Dragons is a little darker purple, and that would match my hair. I got some pretty ones from, say, Little Hen at the Big Wool Show. They're very cute, especially little llamas. They're very cute. Very cute. Okay. Alright, I don't want to do any more of those ones, just because I'm going to wait. But what I will do is I will go through and get all these guys out of here, because they're just leaking everywhere. Because the blue ones were under here and I trimmed them out. It's my fault it's leaking. I don't know why the black one's leaking though. That one, not my fault. Oh no, I did. I cut that one off too. Okay. Actually, what I could do. Hello, Clever Felix. Oh, of course, dropped one on the floor. Well done. Not so Clever Felix now. Okay. All right. We've got those there for safekeeping. Got our pretty purple. Go over there. Okay. Trim. Which is the bag leaking? This one here. Rescue those as well. I'm testing some colours, dye wench. So we've got a new purple bead here that I don't think I've used for blinglets before. And I'm going to run a little thing. But I had some leaking bags, so I had to fix those. So I drew my head in. No more leaking bags for now. Oh, there we go. There's another purple. Okay, so yeah. Did you do... I didn't do 10, but I can go and do 10 of each. I could, yes, you're quite right. What are these? These are the medium size that I've done with each of these colors here. Sorry, it's out of camera, so there they are there. Mixed them up. All right. Gosh, I actually don't want to start another set because I've got to pack orders this afternoon. So I'll leave those there. I'll get that ready for a little photo shoot, and we'll do a little poll. Some people be all like, what's the difference? And they're not glued. There we go. I've got to stop playing with them. Almost finished my shawl, but need to figure out a border and can't. Oh, the pattern doesn't have a border in it, or is it a shawl that you are making yourself? So glad my better half is napping. Was supposed to start cooking his lunch half an hour ago. Fingers crossed he stays that way for a bit longer so I can finish watching the live. Dowench, I actually agree with you. I really like both of them. And maybe I should just have lavender 1 versus lavender 2 or something like that and let people choose themselves. But, you know, I've already got enough color combos for blinglets. I don't need to confuse myself with how they look. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I'll run a poll and the winner is the winner. The pattern says it needs a border but didn't include it in the pattern. What now? Really? Okay. We'll have to have a look at that. That's a bit crazy, honestly. Yeah, I like them both. I definitely like them both. Yeah. It's a bit frustrating. Jendia wants to know what kind of pattern you have there, Lisa, that tells you to make a border but then doesn't include the border. Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. Allison, I have seen those sort before and I think they're very cute, but it's not something I would make. And I think it would, again, still be a bit too heavy for most fabrics. It would depend on what it's made out of. That's a crappy pattern. I agree with John. A pattern that says, oh, and now add on a border, and that doesn't give you the border. It was a free pattern. If you got your pattern from Ravelry, maybe go and have a look at what other people did. So, yeah. Well, my lovely friends, I am going to call it a day. It is 12 noon here in Queensland, Australia, and it's time for me to get on with some other bits and bobs. I love hanging out with you all during these live streams, and I hate to go, but it's time to go, and I will see you all next week. If you are a member of the Fiberific Fun Zone, I get in there and chat every now and again. Sounds like most of you are. So, no, I'm not ready to say goodbye. I'm sorry. Go and chat in the Fun Zone. You can keep chatting over there. No, not another half an hour, Dywitch. I hope you all have a very, very fantastic time over the weekend. Keep safe if you're in crazy weather. I'm going to go and take some photos of these and get them over into the Fun Zone before I go inside and grab some lunch. So I will catch you all next time. See you later.